This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights. So always good to be joined by Hamzah Sheeraz, and he's back in the UK ahead of, I guess, 2 weeks' time now. Tyler Denny at Wembley Stadium. But other than that, mate, how's things? How are you?
Things are great, mate. Alhamdulillah. Things are great. I can't complain. Very blessed, to say the least. One and a bit weeks away from fight night, and I'm just raring to go.
Absolutely. Obviously, you just got back from LA. It's been sort of, I guess, quite common now for yourself to go out to LA. I know the ammo camp was in Preston, I'm right in saying. Do you think it was a little bit different having like a camp back in LA again?
It was nice. It makes me appreciate what I missed, and the level of sparring I got out there, and even just being in the gym when the great Hall of Famer Joe Goosen is there and getting tips off him, and especially I had a chat with him and he watched the Ammo Williams fight and he goes, listen, a fight like that should have and could have been for a world title. So he goes, you got the minerals, just stay consistent. So it's nice to be around boxing royalty as well.
Do you think you're adjusting to like LA quite a lot now?
Definitely, and especially after my last fight, because I beat an American, I'm kind of getting a bit more respect out there now. People are coming to the gym, they wanted to say hello, they wanted to watch me train, and it's very humbling.
Absolutely, and I guess we'll move on now. 21st September, Wembley Stadium. You could say, in a way, quite a quick turnaround. Obviously, had the fight in June 1st, and then straight away, almost when you're out of the ring, you knew it was going to be on that Wembley card. Is that quite a nice feeling for yourself that, when you're out of the ring, you almost, I know it's, the opponent wasn't confirmed, but you almost know when you're going to be fighting again straight away?
It's a great feeling, and I can only thank my team and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and everyone involved for giving me the opportunity, not just me, but I'm talking on behalf of all the fighters, the opportunity to stay consistent, to have a nice consistent income coming in as well, to put food on the plate for our families, and yeah, man, just to have something to work towards, because when you're a fighter and you don't have a date, it's a horrible place to be, man. It's a horrible place to be, and the game's changing.
As you say there, like, you've got that almost security, and you could say now, obviously you're one of Turkey's favourites, I guess, and being a rare season ambassador. Yeah, of course, and like that must be a nice feeling that you're getting that love, I guess.
Yeah, it is a nice feeling, but at the same time, you got to understand it's all well and good it being a nice feeling, but you have to live up to the expectations, and not so much the expectations, but I have took it upon my sole responsibility to give 100% back in whatever they ask of me. So if they tell me, listen, you're fighting now, you're going to get the best version of Hamzah Sheeraz. They tell me you have to attend, or not you have to, but would like for you to attend this event. I'm going to that event dressed to the best of my ability. Just all these little things. You're getting the 100% version of Hamzah Sheeraz in whatever way, shape or form.
Absolutely. Wembley Stadium, it's massive, it's huge. This might sound like a silly question, but a question I have for yourself, fighting Tyler Denny, but being at Wembley Stadium, is that something that you think about much?
I think about the fight, yep. Do I think about the fans in attendance? I talk about it, but I don't think about it. It's nice to mention the fact that how many are going to be, 96,000? Yep, brilliant, amazing. But at the end of the day, all that matters really and truly is getting in the ring and putting on a performance for the people in attendance and for the people making it happen. So that's my sole, like I said, my responsibility, and that's what I plan to do.
Definitely, and for yourself now, where it's getting to this point where your notoriety and the people that and your support is getting bigger and bigger. I think, was it 2022 when you got Young Boxing Writers of the Year award? So obviously, you've been sort of heavily tipped for a while now, and it's getting to that point where you're getting close to world titles, and your name is getting out there, and the name's getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, you're getting linked to names like Chris Eubank Jr, world champions. How have you felt that, if you have at all, felt that, I guess, notoriety and that support increase for yourself?
It's a good feeling, because when you're a young kid, you set out to win world titles and you set out to do this and that. But do you believe they actually become reality? No, you don't. It's just a dream. And when you're a kid, you don't know how you're going to take action for it to become a reality. And now what? I'm 25. I'm touching on these world title honours. I'm becoming a more recognised name in the sport. It's just a surreal feeling, and it's a nice feeling as well, but then at the same time I understand I've still got a long way to go in order to be someone at the likes of a Canelo or Terence Crawford. So as long as I keep chipping away, keep knocking on that door, eventually it will open.
Absolutely. And one thing I did actually want to ask you, I saw on your Instagram yesterday, you with, I guess, one of my favourite rappers, Morrison, obviously both East Londoners. We see Liam Gallagher there he's obviously there, and for myself, it's not really something that I'm interested in, but a question I'll ask you, could we see Morrison there on the 21st September?
I'm not saying nothing, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out what the outcome's going to be, as long as everything gets approved by the hierarchy.
Is that quite nice though? Like you've got two sort of pivotal figures in East London that are both bouncing off each other.
Yeah, man, it's nice. Do you know what I mean? Once you get to a certain level, you get support of the rappers, of the footballers, of all the kind of influential figures and people around the world and where you come from. Because once you get to a certain level, they all collaborate. You've seen what the collaboration between Eminem and Crawford's been like. It's been great, and it's been great for the sport, great for music, and great for everything and whatnot. So it's a good place to be, and you know you're on the right track.
Definitely. Taking on Tyler Denny, who's on really, really hot form at the moment. You know, he's gone almost from sort of that English area level type thing to really being on form and pushing now at a fight at Wembley Stadium. So, no mug on 21st September, especially with the form that Denny's on.
Yeah, he's in good form, man. The boy's in good form. And we're going to definitely see the best version of him, but not to say I haven't prepared for it. And you'll see the best version of Hamzah Sheeraz come 21st of September.
I was going to say, do you think that excites you more because you know you're in there with a guy who is really, really riding on strong momentum, and like he's like, you obviously, you know, you may not think, but you know, you are the favourite in the fight, but there's a real live underdog there who will do anything it takes to get the win in the ring.
Yeah, exactly that, and that's what makes this fight so dangerous. My mentality is the underdog mentality, even though I may not be. That's been my mentality for all my fights, and it's nothing different. Do you know what I mean? I've been putting in the graft, putting in the hard work, and now it's just time. It's showtime.
Definitely. I don't know for yourself, Hamzah, you've never really wanted to entertain the idea of other names when you've got a fight, and especially this close to fight week. But it is only right. I haven't got the chance actually to ask you yet about Chris Eubank Jr. We know that there was talks about September 21st, and that obviously hasn't materialised. I guess, was there some frustration for yourself that fight didn't end up happening?
Frustration? I wouldn't say the word frustration. It's more like just get in there, and the public want to see it. Let's make it happen. And even if it wasn't against me, at least be someone who the public are calling for. But then he goes and he fights Zerameta. So it's a bit of a funny one. Definitely a bit of a funny one. But yeah, hopefully we'll see me and him in the ring sometime soon.
It's obviously a fight you want, but I don't really see like Chris Eubank Jr. calling for it as much. You know, he names his hit list and he names guys such as Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. Sorry, don't name himself. Sorry, Billy Joe Saunders.
He'd fight himself. He'd fight himself if he could. Yeah,
but you know, why do you think he isn't really sort of entertaining the idea of Hamzah Sheeraz?
You know, I'm not one of the fighters who like to go around saying he's scared of me and whatnot, because at the end of the day, fighters will get in the ring for the right amount of money, but he's been offered the right amount of money and he still don't want to get in the ring. So it's a question you're going to have to ask him. I can sit here and say this is the reason, that's the reason, but I mean, the only thing that's left now is for me to go and win a world title and then defend against him or make that kind of British super fight happen. And if it doesn't happen, then, like I said, then it's all down to him.
And a final one from myself. Do you think that the patience is wearing thin? Because when he names his hit list, he names these sort of names that he wants, and he fights a guy like Kamil Strasmeta, who, respectfully, you know, don't know how much of a contest that is. Do you think the public wears thin?
Pardon?
Do you think the patience wears thin with the public?
Yeah, definitely, it does wear thin. But then at the same time, it doesn't matter about my patience wearing thin because I'm going to crack on in my career. But there's only a certain amount of times you can try and fool the public before their patience wears thin, and when their patience wears thin, you're screwed.
Absolutely. Hamzah, as always, thank you for taking time to speak to me. Appreciate it, mate, as always. Top man.